Hey, sweet ones, and thank you for joining me for this week's episode of Embodied Divinity. I'm hoping the audio comes through crystal clear because my mic decided to break today. Sad news, but also exciting because now I have room for a new one. Let's take some big, deep breaths together in through your nose and out through your mouth. With each breath, just deepening into the here and now, choosing to be present for whatever you open to today, whatever nuggets, wisdoms, knowings come to you as we sit down in this sacred space. There's been so much in the air collectively, so much purging, so much stripping away, peeling back layers, stepping into the newness, integrating, and being in that world in between. We are on a wild ride right now. We're going to dive more into that today. I also want to celebrate with you my new book, Breathe Deep and Plan on Miracles, is officially out on Amazon, and I am so excited. This has been a long time coming, and I'm just so thrilled with the way that it turned out and the energy that's present within its pages. So you can check that out below wherever you're listening to this. And I am here just celebrating the way that I showed up for myself to put this beautiful creation out into the world, to be a facilitator for Source moving through me, creating these words within me, putting them onto paper for the collective. It's a powerful thing. So last week, we talked a lot about the sacred nature of the human experience. We also heard from my dear friend Megan Baker, where we had a beautiful conversation about the same, making the human experience sacred. Today, we're going to go into a new level of that, where not only do we look at what it means to live as if to bring the sacred into the human rather than the human into the divine, but vice versa. We're also going to talk about when you're showing up and making choices from an egoic level or a soul level, because this is something that gets people all the time. So, how are we going to move through this today? Let us see. The things that have been coming up a lot for me are first and foremost the choices we make, the way the universe kind of lays out this beautiful path before us and says, make with it what you will. I'll be right here amplifying your energies, bringing you more of what you're grateful for, bringing you more of what you're thinking about, bringing you more of what you're investing your energy into. And so life is this series of choices, choice after choice after choice. And some of the choices we make are from spirit, and some of the choices we make are from our ego. Both are fine in the end. Both are going to get you wherever you need to go. Man, I didn't think I'd get emotional today, but here we are. So, recently in my life, I was given a very clear path. The interesting thing, I'm a manifestor in human design. If you don't know about human design, manifestors are kind of like the leaders. We come before everyone else and kind of lead the way and create all these new ideas. And so I'm very used to forging my own path. And I'm very used to like cutting through the bullshit of everything life has to offer and making my own way. And I normally just do what I want to do, which has been really beautiful and easy. And I don't really pay attention to the different paths ahead of me. I just go with what feels right. But recently, the universe gave me a fork in the road. The universe said, go left or go right. Oh man, I can't believe I'm talking about this. The universe said, go left or go right. And I was perplexed. I was perplexed because there's this beautiful route down to the left, and it's filled with wildflowers and all these beautiful critters, and the path has been walked before, which means there won't be too many obstacles. The path feels safe. There's a lot of directions, a lot of signposts. I know where I will end up in in the ways that matter when I take the path on the left. It feels good in my body, feels easy to my body, albeit a bit, dare I say, boring. And then we have this path to the right, which is filled with shrubs and thorns. There's no mile markers except for the ones that say danger up ahead. It brings a feeling of thrill and excitement into my body, unknown. When I'm faced with these two paths, my inclination is to take the road less traveled. Because I zoom out and I see from a soul point of view, I can't choose wrong. And if I know no matter what I'm going to get where I'm going, I want to have the adventure, the thriller, so I thought. Until I started walking down the path on the right. I did this thing where I would go down the path on the right and make my way back to the fork and go back down the path to the left and enjoy that for a minute and come back down to the fork. And I was playing this game with myself over and over, right or left or right or left. But the one thing that was clear was I couldn't choose both. And so one day, as I'm walking down the path to the right, and I'm getting shredded, there's thorns and poison ivy, and I keep tripping on all of these obstacles, and the pain is so familiar. And if I'm being honest with myself, the pain felt good. It felt like the love and the life that I was used to for so long. I knew how to navigate it, I knew how to alchemize it. And I almost saw myself looking forward to being shattered at the end of this journey on the right. And I would come back out and I would go down the path to the left, and it would feel so good and so peaceful, but so confusing. So confusing because my body didn't know how to respond to the easy route. Didn't feel like I had earned it when I got to my destination. Didn't feel like it didn't feel the same. Not like what I was used to. And so I kept going right, left, right, left. And as I'm walking down both of these paths, and I'm really sitting with myself and asking myself why there's even a question, I'm realizing this is one of those moments when I can go with what my ego is used to. And I can step back and I can see the way that my ego craves pain and violence and newness and adventure. And I can also see the way my body craves rest and calm and peace. And I can tune into my soul and I can hear my soul saying, "You can't choose wrong. But why do you want to hurt yourself? Why can't you walk the earth and let this experience of peace and calm and joy also be thrilling?" And I saw very clearly the egoic choice, the one that would fill me with a sense of empowerment and achievement and worthwhile. And I saw the choice that was most in alignment with what I truly deserved and wanted to experience in this lifetime, even if it felt hard and confusing and scary and unknown in a different way. And so ultimately, I chose the path on the left. And as I was walking down the path on the left, fully committed, I kept hearing whispers from the right. Whispers trying to draw me back in, telling me about the excitement and the adventure and everything I was missing out on. And I had to keep reminding myself of my choice, to keep reprogramming this pattern, this way of being that was more in alignment with what I desired. I kept telling myself all the ways that in the big picture I would benefit from this left path. And I'll be honest, as I'm walking down it now, it still doesn't feel as satisfying or exciting as I know I would feel on the right. But what it does feel is peaceful and safe and structured. And what it is full of is expansiveness, like a new reality awaiting me because of this new path that I chose. And sources showed me very clearly that there will still be moments where I get to fully navigate the way. There will still be small thorns and obstacles that will bring thrill into my system. It will just be from a place of foundational safety and worth. And through this whole experience, I realized the way that our ego tries to trick us into repeating old patterns and prevents us from experiencing the things we really desire because it shows up in ways that feel so good and familiar. And it's in those moments we get to take a step back and consciously choose where we want to create from, where we want to move from. Again, we can't choose wrong, but we can choose more in alignment with our highest selves. And on this path on the left, what I'm learning is to bring the divine into the human experience. We've talked so much about embodied divinity, bringing your consciousness fully into your body. But what that truly means is feeling enlivened and whole in even the most mundane moments. Right here, right now, close your eyes. Plant your feet firmly on the ground, or if you're sitting, allow yourself to be firm and rooted into the earth. And I want you to imagine a bright golden and white electric energy pulsating above you, like true electricity, spastic and bright, glowing and electric. And I want you to bring this energy, your consciousness, down into your human vessel. Let it flow through your crown, down your throat, throughout your shoulders and arms and fingers, down your chest and your space of creation, down your legs and your feet. Let it fill every crack and crevice of your human vessel, expanding more and more as it comes into this powerful container. And let it move, creating roots out into your feet, still expanding into your body, but creating complex roots and webs down into the earth, big and expansive like that of an Alp tree. Let all of this electric energy permeate you, grounding you into the earth, knowing you are the consciousness that resides within and all around the vessel. The ego and the mind and the body are all part of the vessel. It is your consciousness that fuels them. It is your consciousness that creates all of the sensations, and your body responds to that conscious, creative power based on the experiences it's had in this lifetime. And in any moment, we get to choose how that consciousness and our bodies and mind collaborate, how they work together to create new realities, but also to respond to our current circumstance in a brand new way, in a way that's in alignment with our deeper knowing, in a way that's in alignment with our deeper truths. We get to make each footstep, each moment spent eating food, or lying in bed, or spending time with a loved one, or feeling the wind across our face. We get to let each of those be thrilling and exciting and momentous. We get to give them the same energy and weight that we give the grief and the heartache and the suffering that humankind has become so used to. We get to feel the rage erupt within our system and know that too is sacred. We are showing now in this phase of reality, divine consciousness, how sacred and pure the human experience is. We've led lives where we said we'd never reincarnate again, where we never wanted to be on earth again, where the human experience was so hard. We couldn't wait to get back to consciousness. We are in a timeline now where we get to say, this is actually fucking incredible. I never get to experience being alive in this way again. We get to show consciousness, the entire collective consciousness in this dimension and every other, in this timeline, in this planet, in this sphere of the universe, and every other. The way that humanity is such a powerful gift to the world. The way that this collective experience is creating evolution within the soul, and the beauty and magic that this earthly journey possesses. And so, wherever you're at today, notice the choices you're making. Take a step back and ask, is this more in alignment with my ego or my highest self? And whatever you choose, go all in. Commit to that path until you feel like taking another. And let every single step, every single breath be sacred and divine. I love you guys so much. And there are aspects to everything I talked about today. And in the new book I mentioned at the beginning, Breathe Deep and Plan on Miracles, it's like such the honor of my life to sit here and be able to share my voice and my truth with you, knowing that you're listening and opening and evolving right along with me. And I don't take your investment in this time together lightly. I'm envisioning you now wrapped in grace and beauty and love. As always, breathe deep and plan on miracles. I'll see you guys this Wednesday for a powerful talk with Igor on daddy issues and the father archetype, and then a powerful guided meditation on Friday. Talk soon.